we look at our assumptions. And the assumption is generally that happiness is out there. Happiness is conditional. Happiness is therefore in outer conditions, and we must cultivate those conditions. If we are trying to cultivate the right kind of conditions all the time and in every circumstance and in every moment of our lives, we will be exhausted trying to be happy. And we don't find happiness outside of ourselves, the same way we don't find suffering outside of ourselves, not in any genuine way. We like to perhaps lay blame on outer circumstances for our inconvenience and our suffering. We might blame the weather, we might blame other people, we might blame the economy or world circumstances. But if our happiness, our sense of happiness and our sense of suffering is tied to outer conditions, then there really is no way to control how we are going to live a good life. There is no way of developing agency beyond the ebb and flow of impermanence. So it doesn't make sense to project happiness or suffering on outer conditions. So then where can we look? Where can we really look for the cause of happiness and the cause of suffering? This is where I like to come back to the very first teachings that were ever given by Buddha Shakyamuni in Sarnath in northern India. And these are the Four Noble Truths. And these are typically the first teachings that anyone is introduced to, and I like to refer to them again and again because they make the foundation for all Buddhist philosophy. They really set the tone for all the teachings that come afterwards. And it is maybe also important to know that prior to the teachings given on the Four Noble Truths, the Buddha and his very first disciples were all trained in recognizing causes and conditions. They were all trained in understanding karma, cause and effect, to a certain degree. It was a very common philosophical principle. And so this training in recognizing causes and conditions and recognizing how we try to create happiness or avoid suffering by cultivating outer conditions, like a bird creating a safe nest, or someone delaying gratification in order to achieve a greater reward later. These were all common ideas to the Buddha and his disciples even before he gave his teachings on the Four Noble Truths. So it's not in the Four Noble Truths, but recognizing cause and effect and recognizing the basis of conditioned existence that was already there.